We're gonna do a song that you never heard before. The volume.
Here they come and get wicked. Here we go again.
Hey, it's Kennedy, my brother from another mother.
What up?
Hey, so you know what's funny? I don't know why, but the countdown didn't play on my end.
It did?
No.
It did. It played because it's. If you look on the, I was just sharing the pod and it was on there.
I don't know what happened, but it said that my stuff didn't play it. But we Gucci though, man.
Yeah, because you real blurry on my end too.
Are you serious?
I'm very.
Listen, we got some rain off and on over here, so maybe that's what that. I'm chalking it up as my bad Wi-Fi on over here though, man. But as far as I can tell, man, it looks good.
Yeah. You letting Atlanta down with your Wi-Fi,
man, or something.
Yo, what we got going on?
I see it does look. I'm looking back here on the thing, and I see that it looked a little blurry, but I don't know if that's. It looked fine on my end, but we get it popping though, man.
And you
let's
just
get that music. Well, listen, man, let's get that music going then, Jack.
Podcast, the greatest podcast of all time. The Slash Brothers Podcast, the greatest podcast. Can you dig it, sucker? Slash Brothers Podcast, the greatest podcast of all time. Yep.
Hey man, it's Pride Month. We talked about that last week, right? And I thought that it was interesting because Loki starts tomorrow, right? And just as sure as we were on hopping on the pod, I'm looking on my phone, got notification that said they confirmed that that Loki apparently is identified as fluid sexually. What's crazy about that though, right? I guess I had a second to look at. I'm hoping that somebody who the big comic book people who like to, you know, stick to everything. It looks like they were saying, no, this is how it was in the comics as well.
I mean, he's an alien, so it wouldn't surprise me. Again, I think the one that bothered me the most was Rugrats.
Bro, talk about that.
Rugrats one got me, and I thought I was tripping until I talked to some other people. My thing is this show has already been established, and you're doing like a reboot. You're just updating the animation, doing something different. And so the twins, their mom is now a single mom who is, she's gay. And again, if this was a new established Nickelodeon show or whatever, and they did that, no issue at all. But this show was established already, has a core fan base. I just didn't understand the purpose.
Okay, so this is where, let me ask you this. Does this dynamic change what it doesn't change, I'm going to assume, that you would still watch it if you were going to watch it, right?
Here's the thing. This is what I'm saying, right? Her sexuality just doesn't change the story of Rugrats. So then why do it? what I'm saying is, again, if this was a new established show and that was what you established, there's plenty of like I watch Modern Family. They have a gay couple on there. I watch Will and Grace. Like I'm there, I'm not against it at all, not by any means, not against it. But this show was already established, right? And so my thing is that what does that add to the story? I mean, I guess they're trying to introduce that type of stuff to a younger audience to show them acceptance or whatever the case may be. I don't know. I just thought that one was a little out there just because.
Let me ask you this. Is it, do you feel like it's forced inclusion?
Here's the thing. I haven't watched the show yet. I'm going to. So I can't really give my opinion yet on like how, like if they even mention it or whatever the case may be. I just know that the study notes came up.
Yeah.
And it was talking about it. And so everybody's like, yo, what happened to the twins' dad? Like you just gonna just
I don't remember. Did the twins' dad ever was he a regular on the show?
He was on the show just as much as the parents were. I mean, the parents weren't really the stars of the show, but I mean, at the same time, they would get together. You know what Chucky's dad looked like. You know what the twins' mom looked like, and you've seen their dad too. Again, I almost get upset when. Like there was one time I think Fila's came out with a Rugrats brand. They came out with a Rugrats brand, and one of the things they didn't have Susie on there, and so I hit them up like, yo, y'all can't put the black girl on there. Like, what's the deal? Like y'all ain't gonna put Susie on there. She a part of the show. You got Raptor on there, you got the dog on there, but you can't put Susie on there.
Yeah,
like I'm just like, bro.
So you didn't make that happen. You didn't make that call to make that.
I did make the call. So Puma has the brand now, and Puma got Susie on the shirt.
Oh my gosh, man! Listen, man. Let me ask you. I think it's funny. So maybe I'm hoping I'm not misquoting this too bad, right? But I saw something that Kaitlyn Jenner, who we talked about before, she announced that she was running as governor of California. And one of the things that kind of popped up in an article recently was that she mentioned that, hey, it was easier for her to tell her family that she was going to transition than it was for her to tell them that she would be running as a Republican as for office, though, bro. I think that that's crazy to me, though, right? Because generally speaking, Republicans, they they are the ones who say, "Oh, we're trying to stick to our traditional values," right? And they're so it's always interesting to me, and not to say that things can't change and times don't change. I've always found it interesting though when I see like gay Republicans when it makes sense, right? If you agree with the ideals, financially and other things. But I think that the general history and where I think that they typically stand on, how they've traditionally that I've seen has went against just gay in general. And that was always more of a Democratic thing to be pro that. So I think that it is pretty interesting, though, that she's running as a Republican. It just makes me wonder, is Kaitlyn Jenner, and if she was not, is she really like a Democrat? Is she somewhere in between, or maybe she just agrees with the Republican standpoint and view on country that it makes sense for her to go that route? I'd be curious to know that. That would be a question that I would ask. Like, are you really a Republican, or were you a Republican before you decided to run?
Man, all of this stuff ends up being some sort of publicity stunt at the end of the day. So, it's hard to take them seriously on stuff. But I mean, at the same token, California is known for having those celebrity-ish type representation. So it's just like, I mean, who am I? I don't live there.
Well, listen, who apparently lives there, Jeff Bezos. I saw something where Jeff Bezos has invested in a space program or something like that. And he's actually going to go into Jeff Bezos, I think he still is the richest man net worth wise on the planet. Is that kind of dangerous that he would just try to go off in space? Or do you think that by him going into space safely, that now next level, right? It has. I think that moves the needle, though, right?
I mean, I just think that he's getting up in age and he's doing some bucket list items that he can afford to do. And I think he's living he's living his wage.
Is this single life? Is this single Jeff Bezos life out here doing this, bro?
I mean, I just think it's probably something he always wanted to do. I don't think he just woke up one day and said, I want to go to space. I think this is something he's probably been thinking about. Obviously, you invest in things that you're interested in. And so I think that's probably something he's been interested in, and he has the capital to be able to pull something like that off. I mean, he basically just took, like, you know how people go skydiving. He just took that to a whole new level, bro. Like, instead of skydiving, this boy said, I'm going to space. Like, forget a parachute. Give me zero gravity. Give me that food that you put the little drop of water on and it turns into something. Kind of actually reminds me of MREs if I'm thinking correctly, because in the military, when we went to the field, that was what we had. We had them MREs, and it's to turn magical stuff into real food, and people would get them. But for real though, Jeff Bezos, man, that money is long, and so for you to just go next level and be like, nah, forget skydiving, let's go to space. I think it's dope to be able to do something like that, to just say, yeah, I'm going to space. And I'm pretty sure he's probably getting all the training he needs. I'm pretty sure that, he's going to be well prepared, and I'm sure he's going to have the best people up there with him. I'm just interested in the particulars of it though. Like, what are they taking? You know what I'm saying? What are they going up there for? What is the research for? Is it just for him to go up there? Like, I'm really interested in what his next move is, because, something like that is pretty incredible if you think about it, just to be like, yeah, I'm going to space. But again, he got the money to do it. I'm sure he's going to train for it. I'm sure he's going to be well prepared. And I'm sure that, whatever crew decides to go with him, they're going to be, filming it, making all kind of behind the scenes stuff. They're going to be talking to him. It's going to be crazy. But yeah, that single Jeff Bezos out there doing it all, man. Ain't no telling where he's going to be traveling to next. I mean, what do you do after you go to space? Like, how do you top that? I'm just thinking, like, what else do you do after that? Do you purchase a country? Like, what do you do? I mean, and is he even funding it? Because like you said, he's kind of to a point now where he has his own company that's involved with it. So I'm wondering if he's even paying for it. Like, if it's one of those things that just comes with the job or whatever. So it's going to be interesting though. I think it's going to be cool. I know the coverage is going to be all over. Like, every sports, news outlet's going to be reporting on it, and definitely to see, their safe return, it's going to be crazy. And I'm wondering what they would find out there, or if he would put his own like satellite up there for Amazon. That would be crazy. And I'm just wondering, like, who all's going with him? Like, is he taking retired astronauts? Is he taking is he gonna take like real astronauts? Like, I'm just trying to figure this out. Yo, that would be crazy, is for him to build him a lightsaber, especially because Disney got those real ones that we've seen. But I'm just trying to figure out, like, he got to build a real one, like a real lightsaber. That would be crazy. Get him one of the moonstones and put it in it. That'd be crazy. Yeah, definitely trying to find the force. He's definitely trying to find the force. That boy Bezos, I'm telling you, I think he's gonna put a satellite up there, man. And when he put this satellite up there for Amazon, I think it's gonna be one of the craziest things that we've seen.
Yo, is he? So do you think that he's going up there? So okay, so is he going up there? You think he's going up there for some kind of business? So okay. So think about this. It's already a company that he either owns or invests in, right? And so let's say if he owns it, by him going, and if this company is going to say, no, what we do is space travel, right? If that's their specialty, that's what their line of business is. I mean, I think that when Jeff Bezos says, hey, this is safe enough, I'm gonna put my money, I'm gonna put my livelihood, my money where my mouth is. Watch me go ahead and go up there. Think about that though, bro. Like, what if going to space was like going to California, right? You just say, hey man, you know what you doing this weekend? None. You want to go to space, fool? Like, that's crazy though, bro. The fact that could be actuality, that's what's crazy to me. Star Wars all together though, man.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. What else we got on the docket, bro?
Oh man, so this is something that's just way off, dipping into some sports stuff, right? Like I can admit I don't follow soccer very often. I typically, when I do, I only follow women's soccer more than the men's soccer because, I mean, in my lifetime, I think the men's soccer team may have been good one Olympics. So I'm watching ESPN, and they're talking about the United States team has upset Mexico, right? And what I think is wild about that, though, bro, is I'm looking, and I think that's cool. They was like, is this a sign of things to come? Like, is the United States soccer team back, right? But then I'm looking and I'm thinking, like, where the hell did all these black people come from? I didn't know that there was this many black dudes on the U.S. soccer team. The last time I was paying attention to U.S. soccer, they was talking about this younger dude who was like 20, who was like the new hot thing. He played over in Germany, I think it was, and he was the super hot thing there. But I didn't realize it was this many brothers on the soccer team, bro. Ace Kennedy, this is your account. What am I missing? Have I just really been under a rock somewhere?
You must have been in a hole or something, bro. Like, what do you think Major League Soccer is just full of just white dudes out there playing?
I thought, listen, I do get that, but Major League Soccer. So to me, Major League Soccer, right, is and you can correct me if I'm wrong. I think Major League Soccer, in terms of the skill level, I guess I've always thought that this was a step down from the Premier Leagues, right? So, I mean, this is just, like I said, this is me not knowing, right?
Bro, but I think you know what MLS stands for, right?
Yeah, I get that though, man. But what I'm saying, I get that. What I'm saying though is like
this question though, bro. If it's Major League Soccer or professional soccer leagues for the United States, where would we get the players for the U.S. team from? See,
I thought that the U.S. players don't play in the MLS. I thought that the good U.S. players play in the Premier League. The good U.S. players play in other, but not MLS. See, I guess I've always thought, like, you know, like when they have, like when David Beckham, for example, played there, it was when he was out of his prime, right? I thought that it's where before when Rooney was there, like it was when all the old good players would come to that particular league. And you know, they'll do their thing and everything, but they weren't the best anymore in the Premier. So I just thought that it was almost like, you know. So
you thought the MLS was the G League or something?
I thought it was like the G League.
Or you thought it was like the Big Three?
It may have been like the Big Three, bro. To me, and don't get me wrong, because I love Atlanta United. Matter of fact, Atlanta just bought a dope Atlanta United hat. And I think I want to get me one. But yeah, I just thought that the players, like, I didn't think that, like this, I didn't think that European players look at it like it was as big of a deal as the Premier League. They ain't trying to come over here.
But there are a lot of international players that play on these Major League Soccer teams, though.
I agree.
But I'm again, saying,
Ronaldo ain't coming over here.
Yeah, but Ronaldo's also getting that baseball money too. So the thing is that, so what I'm saying is international players may look at it like that, just like how NBA players look at the international professional league.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, at the same time, though, we have to have some sort of farming system in order to produce soccer players. And so you have to have that incentive of having a major league soccer team in order to do that. But yeah, brothers has been playing soccer, bro. You I don't know where
Yeah,
you
I knew they was playing soccer. I just didn't know that
Yeah,
there was
but
as many on the national team.
right, but that's what I'm saying. In your brain, it was like black folks playing hockey to you. And that's not
It's more black people. I'm noticing more and more black people playing hockey though. I am, and here's the thing. Because the U.S. national team only pops up, a couple of years here and there, I'm actually seeing more black hockey players that are in front of me than I would see for the soccer, for national. But that is a good analogy because I just thought that the international boys looked at Major League Soccer the same way how the NBA looks at FIBA. Like, it's cool. They get a couple of guys.
But again, though, it's one of those things like this is Major League Soccer is our MLB, is our NBA. So the thing is that those are the like folks have aspirations, obviously, to represent their country. But yeah, I mean, that's still a professional sport. So, and soccer is just such an international sport that, I mean, it's fans everywhere. So.
I mean, look, I was surprised more than I think that the biggest thing that was supposed to be is this a sign to come? Like, is United States Soccer, is it back? Right? Because I remember what I think is weird to me is when the United States went and hired the German coach for those years, right? And I was like, you mean tell me this is our national team and you got a German coach?
I mean, I get it. But that's the thing, though. We weren't very dominant in the sport, so you would want to go to and get the best to be the best. Like, you have to learn how to do what you want to do. So I 100% get that. All I know is I did my part to make it cool for black people to play soccer. I did my part. So
Freddie Adu, that's the last person. That's the only person I can think of their name that I know.
What about what's his name? Jones, light skinned dude. Had the dreads. Oh my gosh. That's gonna bother me. I can't think of his first name. Kwame Jones or something like that. Kanta Jones.
Don't stop me. The only one I know the name is that regular Freddie Adu, and Freddie Adu wasn't quite what they thought he was at 15, 16, but he was cold back then, though, bro.
Yeah.
Surprise me. Hey, everybody's been talking about it though, right? Everybody's been talking about it here, and
Kobe Jones.
I don't know who Kobe Jones is.
You've seen? I know you have seen this dude before.
I can't. You got the ring like life. Yeah, okay, maybe. I know some of the players. I know some of the faces on the. I know some of the players from Atlanta United only because you see them on the billboards and everything. I don't know who that is.
Yeah. Anyway,
hey man,
what were you saying?
This
boy ain't
weekend,
talking about no OU softball. Ain't nobody talking about no softball.
I ain't talking about OU softball.
It's crazy though because Oklahoma City, like right around the corner from my house, is where they do like the national games for the for college World Series or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like all over the place, bro. Like it's hard to park. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, I ain't talking about no OU. If Texas won, if Texas was there, we got something to talk about.
Texas dudes they just won something. They going to like state or something.
Yeah, we can talk about. We'll talk about that. We ain't talking about nothing. But listen though, man, we're used to Ocho Cinco this weekend. Money Mayweather fighting. Was it Jake or Logan Paul?
It's Logan.
Logan Paul. Listen, let's first things first, right? Chad Ocho Cinco gets knocked down. He didn't get knocked out, right? Okay, what were you expecting? What did you see? What was your thoughts?
Well, I didn't get to see it. I didn't watch the fight. But what I will say is that I understand that Ocho Cinco like trained for what 6 weeks before the fight.
Okay.
And he fought against somebody who doesn't have a good record. He's fought like bare knuckle fighting. He's did some MMA stuff. He's done boxing, and he has not been successful. But he still has trained and fought before. So the fact that Ocho Cinco got in a ring with him, I thought it was dope. I heard he was holding his own until he got, like you said, knocked down. He popped right back up and kept going. So I will give him that. And he didn't get Nate Robinson. So it's a win.
Listen, man, I think that the thing that I respected the most, right, is that the boy Ocho this is somebody who still is, from all accounts, is a professional fighter, right? At some point, this is what this dude did for a living. No, Chad. Oh, to my athlete, but this dude is a fighter, right? He is
the other guy. Michael.
The other guy was a fighter. So from that regards, though, man, like I give him props that Chad was getting some shots off on him, right? And this dude wasn't out there trying to just, he was trying to get his off as well, though, man. So the fact that you got knocked down, it wasn't like a sloppy knockout. I mean, it was just, you could tell he was a little tired, hands got down, you know what I'm saying? And then he got him with the good one, but it wasn't like, it wasn't one of those ear flappers. When you put it in slow motion and you see the ear flapping, then that's one of them ones where you think like, oh man, you got rocked. I didn't think
that caught.
Yeah, he just got, but here's the thing though. Like imagine though this, right? So I'm looking at it in terms of, well, what if this was just a regular fight, no gloves and everything like that, right?
He still would have lost because this dude has fought in bare knuckle.
Right. He still would have lost. And so I think that for that particular element, bro, I give Ocho Cinco mad props though, bro. Because to me, it would be like if you play, it would be almost like even though I can hoop, that's like if I had a one-on-one challenge with somebody who played overseas basketball right now. And it's like, it doesn't change the fact that this dude was a professional athlete. This is what he just got done doing. So yeah, I think I'm in pretty good shape. But at the same time, this dude was a paid athlete. He played for FIBA, right? Like what we talk about here though, man. So I think that's the one thing that I can appreciate, though, man, that he got in that closer to that dude's element and then survived it, though, to me. So I give him props on that.
Yeah.
Now, the flip side to that also, I don't know if there were any other fights on that card. That was the main one that stood out to me.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't get a chance to watch the fight. I heard there's a lot of refunds going on right now as we speak. Showtime shut down for a little bit. And so people paid $50 for that fight, bro, and for it to crash. Yeah, they was very, very upset.
Well, this is the thing. They say people should have been upset with all the hugging that was going on with Logan Paul and the boy Floyd Mayweather. And when I saw the clips of it, and I didn't watch the whole thing. But I take that back. I saw the fast forwarded round for round replay of it, right? And like the thing that I never thought Floyd was in danger or any kind of threat or anything like that, man. I thought that, with all things considered, that Floyd went in there for a bag. He got it. Everybody got the bag. It's a win. Everybody wins. Everybody wins.
Here's the thing. It doesn't matter if people was mad because there was a lot of hugging. What did you expect? You're talking about somebody who is a YouTuber. This is his third fight, and he's in there with Floyd Mayweather. For one, just the fact that he got the match, he won. The fact that he survived 8 rounds, he won. And Floyd getting paid, he won. Floyd showing up, he won. For him to get paid $30 million to have patches on his shorts, he won. So again, at the end of the day, everybody wins. Here's the other thing, right? Floyd Mayweather is a retired champion boxer. And people still paid money to see him. He still sold out shows. So I'm not mad at nobody involved. Everybody got paid. Everybody was happy with the result. It's a win.
Listen, bro. If you Logan Paul, if anything, Logan Paul is probably the biggest winner out of this. And let me tell you the reason why. Let me tell you the reason why I think that Logan Paul is the winner here, right? The primary winner, the reason why I think he won, it says Floyd, it doesn't matter who Floyd fights in an exhibition. He is going to get his money on it, right? So from that regard, the fact that Logan Paul reportedly made $18 million for an exhibition fight and never took punishment at all, right?
Who? Never.
Logan Paul never took any real punishment in this fight.
Charles, you like you said, you didn't watch the fight. You can't say that. That's
no,
not.
I saw every round.
Charles,
let me tell you this.
Answer this question. One simple question. If he didn't take any punishment, why his face looked like that at the end of the fight?
Listen, what I'm saying to this, when I say punishment, he was never at any point threatened that he would be knocked out.
That's not true. Again, there is a clip going around on the internet where they said that it looked like
Floyd knocked him out and he helped him up, carried him up.
He was carrying him. He got rocked.
I get that he got rocked, but here's the thing though. Think about this though. And I've said this before. I guess my thing is this. For me, if I'm a boxer, right? If I'm a professional boxer, the fight that I want the most is Mayweather. Yeah, one, you're going to get the bag. But I think that also Mayweather is not out there trying to knock you out. So you're only going to get as much punishment as you expose yourself to, right? So my thing is this. So when Logan Paul, yeah, he did get that good little snuff in, right? But at the same time, he opened himself up to that. It wasn't like the whole entire time Floyd is out there pounding on him and pounding him. It never happened like that. So I know that clip looked like that, bro, but that's not the reality.
That's the other reality is Logan Paul himself in the post interview said that Floyd Mayweather was working his body more than he thought was going to happen. He wasn't ready for that.
Sure. Yeah, don't get me wrong. He more than he was, but think about that though, Ace. That you said that's my point, because at the end of the day, a professional boxer was working your insides and you live to talk about it, and you got 18 million.
I'm not tripping off that. You're saying the same thing, except for you when you say that he didn't take any punishment.
It wasn't that. Listen, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you, Ace. I don't know if I can go 8 3-minute rounds. I think I might be able to go 3.
Yeah, but Charles, you're not training for it either.
If I trained for it, let me tell you this. If I trained for it for 3 rounds, trained for six, what did Ocho did for 6 weeks? If I trained for it for 6 weeks, I think that I could go and last all 3 rounds, right? If I'm running like Martin was running from Tommy Hearns, bro, and I'm not trying, I'm saying like I would subject myself to the punishment by knowing that if I don't got my condition right, like it doesn't seem like Floyd was ever trying to knock him out. Ace, I say that to say this. This man got $18 million. I will take one for the team and call Floyd Mayweather out and say, sign me up for $18 more million and we can go ahead and get it on.
My thing is, I'm happy for everybody involved. Like you said, for him, he got to go toe to toe with the best boxer, arguably the best boxer in the world. And like Floyd said, people out here tripping because he did knock him out, and that, you know what I'm saying, he, let him last go the distance with him and everything. Like, bro, I'm 44 years old. Fighting a 20-something-year-old kid who is a heavyweight. I'm 155 pounds. What was y'all expect? Like, I did what I could, and it was fun. Like, okay, it was an exhibition. Like, I have retired from the sport of boxing. I was more concerned about my daughter graduating. They good. I'm good.
Like, that's the thing about
I am not mad at Floyd at all.
Like, if you want to talk about, of course Floyd won. If you're talking about the fight, right? If you want to say, oh, we're technically on, if we're going to go about the cards, yes, Floyd won the fight. But I just think that to me, at the end of the day, it's like, well, did Logan Paul really lose? Like,
no, he didn't. That's what I'm saying, bro.
I'm looking at the comments, though. I'm replying to that in the comments, though, bro.
Okay, but listen, I'm saying this. Everybody won. Everybody won. That's it. Period. Logan won because he survived.
Even the people who like the boys Justin, who said the real losers of all of us that was watching, I don't think that you lost either, bro.
You didn't lose either. You got entertained.
Think you lost. You got entertained.
You were entertained. And that's the thing, though. Regardless of what happens, right? If Floyd decides to do something like this again, people still gonna watch. Because one, you trying to see if he gonna get knocked out, and you trying to see if he gonna knock somebody out. And that's what I'm saying. Like it's the circle of life when it comes to Floyd Mayweather. You're going to watch him regardless. With all the crack streams that people was like, all of them going down, like everything was shutting down because the world was trying to see.
I think that it's like this. I don't know. Listen, man, I don't know how Floyd manages to finesse these people who cannot wait for somebody to try to knock him out. And I don't know how Floyd manages to finesse these people who really want to see him fight and know that he's not out there trying to knock somebody out. It's all about the next person trying to knock him out.
He said, I'm trying to put on a show. And so my thing is, if I knock him out, the show is over. The people want to be entertained. He is an entertainer. He is, at this point, Floyd Mayweather is in the WWE. That's what he is, sports entertainment from now. That's what it is.
Let me ask you this.
What's up?
$18 million. Does Logan Paul ever make an easier $18 million?
Not an easier, but you have to pay him.
24 million. To me, that's 24 minutes. $18 million. Ace Kennedy, what is the think about this. What is the easiest money you recall ever making in your life?
I might have made an appearance for something and gotten paid. I don't know. That was, for something like that, it's pretty easy. You ain't doing much showing up.
Okay.
So, but at the same time, though, for that much money and for that little of work, obviously, you have to take into account the preparation too. Because for him to be able to withstand those punches, even though Floyd is older, whatever the case may be, he still has to be in shape. Because you look at Logan Paul at what, round 4 or 5, and that boy couldn't breathe.
About to die, boy, from just the conditioning.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like that's a whole. Listening to his post interview, they both had respect for one another. Like Logan was like, "Look, before I take some more of these other fights, I need to get better." You know what I'm saying? And Jake is just, his brother has been in this longer, so he looks a little better, like technically.
Yeah.
But yeah,
here's my thing, bro. I'm gonna keep it all the way 1,000. If I'm one of them people like John Jones, all them UFC boys, I'm looking at Dana White like, listen here, bro. Seriously, you mean to tell me that? Because I don't know how much John Jones makes per fight. I don't think it's 18 million, because I know that Conor McGregor, the most money he had made ever was when he fought Floyd. So here's my thing. I know that the other brother, Jake, is supposed to fight the other guy who's supposed to fight I think Tyrone Woodley. Tyrone Woodley. Okay, so look, he said, listen, this is the biggest payday I've ever had, and he's not doing full UFC. It's just boxing. So if I'm a UFC fighter, I almost feel like I'm looking at them the way Conor McGregor looked at Dana White when Conor went and got the most money he had ever made in an exhibition match with Floyd. It's hard to look at 300,000, 500,000 the same after you've just made $100 million for an exhibition. And so now when you look at all these other people that's getting it like that, though, bro, I'm thinking like, wait a minute now, bro. If I'm looking at if I'm a UFC fighter, one of them top notches, I'm looking at Dana White all kind of sideways, bro.
You can, but that's what you signed up for. The thing is that the thing is demand. Demand drives the price. You know what I'm saying? And so they have the numbers to show that people are interested. This is almost like a physical versus, meaning that what I'm saying that is versus started out as this niche thing where it was just like, you know, two people in the car with an aux cord, you know what I'm saying? And it turned into this big grand event. And that's why you see numbers fluctuate, right?
Yeah.
And so the thing is you look at like people want to see, like people like to see the underdog. Like we saw a YouTuber fight the greatest, you know, what person in the world. It would be like if Michael Jordan was like, all right, some YouTube person came out and challenged Michael Jordan, and Michael Jordan wanted to go one-on-one, but it was pay-per-view. You think people ain't gonna pay to see that? They gonna want to see if Jordan still got it. They gonna want to see what Jordans he gonna wear out there, what kind of shape he looking like, you know, they want to see if he's still gonna dunk. Like all of that stuff that people like to see, like that. They like to see people, regular people, on the come up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because the problem is the problem we run into is this, right? What happens if Jake or Logan ever get knocked out? It's it for them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So the fact they got to keep, you know, the fact that they now control their own destiny, they get to select who the next person they want to fight. So they can look at your credentials like, oh, well, you are a professional fighter, but you ain't looking too hot in these streets. So I'm gonna go ahead and fight you. You know what I'm saying? And get paid for it. And so that's the thing. Like they're signed boxers to like Showtime or whatever. So now that money is different.
Sign me up, bro. Listen, Ace. Sign me up for like how many rounds did Ocho go? Ocho and them didn't go 8 rounds, did it?
I don't know. I think they did 6.
Listen, I might go sign me up for like 3. You can split that in half. Let's say they went 8 rounds with Floyd. Give me about 4 rounds, maybe.
4 2-minute rounds.
4 2-minute rounds for 9. 4 2-minute rounds for 9. I can get down on that. 9 milli. Floyd, make that happen.
How about do 5 2-minute rounds for $1 million apiece?
No, that's too many rounds. 5 rounds is too many. I don't got that kind of win, bro. I can't get that. I can't get that in 6 weeks, bro.
Going back to our previous conversation, though, if you was Logan, bro, we partying like you, like, bro, you would have a belt. I would have bought you a personalized belt, and you would have been walking around Miami like you just won the champion.
I wanted to be bigger than the Ric Flair belt. I wanted to be bigger than the big Ric Flair belt.
Listen, I would have got you the AEW belt and put CEV on there, bro.
Listen,
and had that mug. Yeah.
You have no idea to what end we would be partying if you had a deal like Logan Paul and you got that band, because Jake Paul didn't get that kind of money, right? So
no, it's not even about the money at this point. I get the money. I'm talking about the fact that I lasted 8 rounds
with Floyd
Mayweather, bro.
You can't tell me nothing.
Nothing. I'm telling you, they would have interviewed me on Sports Center. I'd have had the belt dripped over my shoulder, bro. Like,
let me tell you what that would be equivalent to, right? To me, that would be equivalent to if money on the line. Let's say if they had an exhibition, right? And they said for every ball that you catch, you get $1 million, right? But we lining you up against
Camardi.
No, not Camardi. No, not Camardi.
Yeah.
If it was Dion a little older. I'm thinking about somebody who.
Yeah, man. Camardi retired though.
Camardi retired. I'm trying to think of somebody who's active. What's my dude? Nah, I think I can catch up with Pac-Man.
What about the little boy with the dreads? He used to be on the he was on the 49ers last, but he was with the Seahawks.
It's Richard Sherman. Here we go. If they said, listen, for $1 million per ball, Charlie, all you gotta do is catch these. You can pick your own routes that you want to run on the route tree. All you have to do is catch it, right? And then they say you can pick your quarterback. I will give me a quarterback who I know accurate. Give me Russell Wilson, somebody who gone. Dog, if I say you get 10 tries, right? If I catch 5 balls on Richard Sherman, it's party time, bro. It is party time to no end, though, man. Like, seriously, bro. Somebody set that up. Yeah. I got 5 catches on Richard Sherman right now, bro. 5 out of 10.
We'll get Cap to come throw for you.
I can Cap throw like that, bro.
Well, get Aaron Rodgers. He said he ain't
he ain't got nothing to do. Get Aaron Rodgers out here. Just don't give me Jameis Winston yet, bro. He might fool around and Richard Sherman might catch 5 of them interceptions on Jameis Winston, though, man.
Bro, speaking of sports and speaking of big names, right? Wait, did you have anything else to say about the fight?
No. Go Floyd. Go Logan Paul. Everybody who downloaded it, who streamed it, go y'all. All y'all, man. Everybody wins on that, man. Stop playing.
I'm wondering how many. Before I switch subject, I'm wondering how many people that's reporting that they stream was jacked up. They stream wasn't jacked up.
Get that refund back, huh?
And then too, I wonder how it affects the money for them because I think they got part of that split. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So if the revenue goes down.
But that's why they say that Floyd's money could have gone up even more based off of the streaming splits, though. So,
all right. Well, speaking of high profile people, so Meek, Jay-Z, and somebody else all went in and got Robert Kraft a Bentley for his birthday, the one that he wanted. He couldn't get it, but so they got it for him for his birthday.
I think that was Rick Ross, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think Rick Ross, but it was somebody else too. I thought that was Rick Rubin.
I don't know. I don't think it was Rick Rubin.
Okay, I have to look it up. But anyway, still, they bought him a Bentley. What you think about that?
I got a couple things on my list that you can buy me a couple of cars here that you, Rocky, Chris Top, the bad guy.
Mark knows everybody.
Mark knows everybody. Damien, Tisha, Annette, Justin, Kim Tyler. If y'all could put in about 5 bands apiece, I've always wanted. Pieces. Who that?
Joey with the good hair.
Joey with the good hair. Gerard. I've always wanted Jerome. Who else periodically? Listen, I have always wanted Eleanor from Gone in 60 Seconds. If y'all can all put a little something on it, there's a company out in California who all they do is make replicas, exact replicas of Eleanor. Y'all can go ahead and put about 5 bands on it a piece, and then I can get with the research department. They can put their 5 bands on it. And then y'all can kindly give me Eleanor. And matter of fact, I can give y'all till by the time I'm 45. So according to that, you got 5 more years. Y'all can put your money together and y'all can do exactly like Rick Ross and Jay-Z and Meek Mills did to Robert Kraft, who I'm sure they don't know all that stuff about. And they still bought him a Bentley. Y'all can go ahead and give me Eleanor, bro.
It's Michael Rubin.
Michael Rubin. I don't know who Michael Rubin is. But he got to have loan money if he chipping in on something with Jay-Z and them.
Co-owner of the 76ers.
Oh, snap. Okay.
I knew it was a Rubin. I knew it was a Rubin.
Listen, that's what I think about that. Y'all can put in if he's good for it, I got to be good for it. About 5 a piece. That's about 10 of y'all. And then I got the research department who put 5. And then boom, we got Eleanor, fresh off, brand new.
Yeah, bro. I just thought it was impressive that, and I'm just wondering, like, who had the plug? Because he was saying that I tried to get it and they said it wasn't available. So I'm trying to think who the plug was.
It got to be Jay-Z, bro. I think Jay-Z would be the one. They said Jay-Z is getting a $28 million, I believe, Bentley or Rolls Royce made, bro. Custom one. Yeah. Custom.
Yeah. Listen.
Shout out to Mark Knows Everybody checking in the comments. Listen, bro. They set the standard, bro. They have not known. They have not known that man as long as y'all have known me. So I know I got to be good for it.
Well, I knew Meek had to put it on it.
He helped Meek. He put in the words to get Meek out though, man. But listen, bro. Meek, they was talking about Jay-Z had to help pay Meek's lawyer bills, man. Like, now you sitting on bread like that, man. Like, stop playing, man. Y'all can help me get Eleanor, bro. I would have Billie Jean and Eleanor for an album cover side by side, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Make that happen, Ace. You don't want me. You making all them calls.
I'm about to figure it out, bro.
You got Rex Grossman pulled.
Mm-hmm.
You can make this happen, bro. And let me ask you something, Ace Kennedy.
What up?
Sexy, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do you do? Let me ask you this. How do you define? This is one of those things that's always kind of subjective. How do you define what's sexy to you, bro?
Just something that catches my eye. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah, because I mean, like, I'm sure, you know, like Topanga, that girl is dope to me, right? But I'm sure that she's not on everybody's list. You know what I'm saying? So I know Rihanna is on a lot of people's list. She's not really on mine. You know what I'm saying? Stacey Dash is on some people's. Megan Good, Laura London. So I mean, it's just it's preference, bro.
Well, okay. So this has always been one of the things that I've been kind of curious about, right? So I think that somebody. So I always thought, right, the difference, right, is that somebody who is sexy has to like get sexy, right? Versus somebody who's just cute girl, right? I think cute is like everyday good looking, and you could get dressed up to get sexy if you're a girl in particular, right? And so I'm just kind of curious, man, because I want to get your thoughts on this one. Teyanna Taylor was ranked as the sexiest woman alive by Maxim magazine, the first Black woman ever. Now they've had their 100 list, and there's been some women who've been close. There's been some in the top 10. I remember seeing Trina high up there. I remember seeing a lot of the old video vixens high up on the list. Teyanna Taylor, though, sexiest woman alive. To that, Ace Kennedy, you say what?
I would have to say that what's my boy, her husband,
Shump.
Huh?
Iman Shump.
Yeah. He has to be proud. I mean, and she works hard. I mean, she was just in Coming to America, the sequel, and she looked great. Like, she looked incredible. She's always looked good. She has a beautiful face. She's beautiful. And it is, you know, something to be said that we have a Black woman as that is the sexiest woman. I think that's dope. I mean, her, and then we turned around for the males. We had Michael B. Jordan. So it's definitely subjective. And I just, like, I asked a question on Facebook, who is doing this polling though? Like, who's getting to answer the question on the polls? Oh
man, that's a good question. See, this is where, so I think that's the thing about it. Sexy sexy is one of those things. It's a very subjective thing, right? I think that this is the thing that I honestly believe. So Teyanna Taylor, this is what I think that makes Teyanna Taylor look sexy to me, right? Is that, to me, Teyanna Taylor looks exotic, right? And this is weird because I don't think that a lot of people associate a lot of American Black women as exotic. I think a lot of times you can get a chick who is African, right? And you can look at her skin tone and you can see these differences in bone structure and the face and all these other things. And you can tell. And I think that's what a lot of times, man, you see some other, you know, international Black girls, the ones from Brazil, that you typically see them as exotics though, bro. And I think that Teyanna Taylor, she looks like an American exotic though, bro. And I think that it's different because I think that there are a lot of fine Black American girls. I personally would be more of a Megan Good any day I think she's still high on my list, maybe number one. She's been number one on my list for a long time. But even with that said, I can also say that why I personally would pick Megan Good. I can see why people would say that Teyanna Taylor is it, because I think that she got all of everything though. She got the lips, she got the exotic eyes, and her eyes look like piercing to me. Like she looked like when she's talking to you, bro, she is talking directly to your soul, bro. She got the body, she got the legs, she got the abs, she got everything just right. And I just don't, I'm sitting here trying to figure out not just black women. I'm just trying to figure out if we just talk about just sexy. I can't think of anybody else right now who's just sexier. I might be able to pick somebody who I think looks better, but just sexier than her? Nah, I'm good with that.
I heard you talking about Gal Gadot earlier this year.
I love Gal Gadot. I do, but I think that but I couldn't say she's sexier. Sexier? No, I can't. She might be as sexy to me.
Last question, right? What about if like Megan or Cardi out of those three?
If I would say Megan easily. The reason why I would say Megan, right, is because to me, I think that it takes less effort for Megan to. Okay, when we talk about Megan, no, let's take a step back. It would be a harder toss up for me of Megan Good versus Megan the Stallion, right? That's a harder toss up. An easy one is either one of those to Cardi. And the reason why I say this is because I've seen those two with very to little makeup. And I've seen Cardi with very little to no makeup. And I just think that it takes more for Cardi to look like the Cardi you see in the videos and the award shows and everything like that than what the other girls do.
I mean, I get what you're saying. I think both Megan and Cardi look good without makeup. Bro, he says Ashanti.
I think Ashanti is like I'm not gonna lie. If I was doing a top list, Ashanti would be on my top list. And here's the thing: Bernice would be on my top list, but I thought that they said Bernice got some work done, and I don't think Teyanna Taylor has. And so because Teyanna Taylor has not had any work done from what I know, then to me, that means that she has the body that these other girls are trying to get when they go and get this body work done. And so that's why I personally would pick Megan, both Megans over Cardi and anybody else, because I don't know that they've got any body work done. So to me, they are all the other girls who get body work trying to appear the way these women appear.
Yeah. Well, if they ask me, my top is still Laura London. That's just it. But
did you see speaking of Laura London, before we talk about this, did you see the movie with Laura London and Michael B. Jordan? Pretty good movie.
100%. It was a great movie. Yeah.
Great movie. I don't. It's funny because when I watched the movie, the whole time I'm watching the movie though, bro, and I don't particularly care for Malaysia Pargo either, bro. She does look good. She's a gorgeous woman though, but she's not Megan Good to me though, bro. Megan Good is like classic, like stamped classic though, man. But who I think would be high on my list, right? Is Rihanna. I think Rihanna's still up there though, bro. Like, not for you.
Oh, she's never been like that for me. Like, there's so many other people I would put above Rihanna, like easily.
Who would you put over Rihanna, bro?
Laura London. Let's see, Ashanti, Cardi. I mean, there's so many people.
Let me tell you what, bro. You know what's funny to me is that Rihanna didn't do it for me. Like she has, again, big forehead aside, that never sheared me away from it, right? But I think that she has a very different an exotic feel facially. Her face still looks exotic to me. And the fact that, you know what I'm saying, that she's from Barbados, has a little, you know, Bayesian accent, that was cool. But I think that to me, I never was real big on Rihanna in terms of her looks until she got older, put on a little bit more grown woman weight, and then she became more of my speed. And it's not to say that I don't appreciate a thinner girl or a slim thick. It's just for some reason I didn't feel Rihanna in particularly that way though. Until then, though.
I'm not saying she's not beautiful. I'm not saying I get why she's on people's list. I'm just saying there's so many other people for me over Rihanna. That's all I'm saying. So I'm not knocking. I know people got her high on the list, and that's fine. But
who would you put? Let me ask you this: who would you put over Rihanna? That most people, that you think that most people would disagree with you on?
I mean, I think a lot of people wouldn't think Cardi would be over Rihanna.
You have Cardi over Rihanna.
Yeah, I do.
Why is that, by the way? It's subjective in this whole thing, but
it's just I think Cardi's beautiful, and then like I disagreed with you about the whole makeup thing. Like I think Cardi doesn't. She's not that like. Because of the fact that to me Cardi is so much of herself, meaning that when we see her, she'll get on a live or something, right? And she'll be completely just herself. And she still looks good to me.
I think, this is what I think. I think that we both like that about Cardi, right? But I think that that's why you like Cardi. Right, so it's different. Like this is funny. Let me tell you what I mean. Let me tell you what I mean. What I think by this, what I love about Cardi is I love how authentically Cardi is. Very genuine.
I don't know what her looks to me.
Let me tell you. Let me finish what I'm saying. What I'm saying though, right, is that what it sounds like to me, right, and you can correct me when I say this, but I think that one of the things that it sounds like to me, right, is that you just like some Cardi, like the same way how for me, right? I just like me some Megan Good, right? And it doesn't matter what she's wearing. It doesn't matter what. I just like me some Megan Good. And if everybody else didn't,
that's different. That's Laura London to me right there. Cardi, I like the way she looks. Cardi bad. So I'm saying Cardi is bad, and she's badder to me than Rihanna. It's not I know how people have their certain niche people they like. I don't care what nobody else say. That's me. That's Laura London for me.
That's Megan Good to me.
Yeah. And see that you've always had Megan Good on your list, just like the one that bit Beyonce or licked her.
Carrie Hilson.
No.
Oh, you talking about Sanaa Lathan?
That was always my girl, bro. I just didn't like when she cut her hair. When she cut her hair, that's when she fell off, bro.
Oh my gosh, bro! I still can't believe she bit Beyonce, bro. That is damn crazy.
Licked her or something.
Yeah, I think it's weird, man. Because you know what though, but for the same reason why I personally like Megan Good, I think a lot of people feel that way about Carrie Hilson, though. Like some people's like, nah, Carrie Hilson is that to me, though, man. So I don't know, man. But listen, I bring up Rihanna because I saw Boosie. Boosie's back at it on Vlad interview on Vlad TV. He says amongst other things, though, right? You know, Rihanna is dating ASAP Rocky, which, you know, and it's okay. Yeah, you know, I'm okay with it. He's a New Yorker. You know me and my New York thing. It's typically oil and waters, but he's been very influenced by Houston. So I don't look at him like I typically look at other New Yorkers. I'm actually okay with it. And I think that he was saying, listen, man, that boy need to go ahead and get him knocked up ASAP, bro. He got a point here, bro.
Yeah, I mean, that term for black dudes of get her pregnant is basically lock her down.
Lock her down?
Yeah. I get it, man. The thing is that we know how celebrity couples last in this industry. And so the fact that, you know, you got those two together that can be considered a power couple, then what do you do?
I don't see this thing. I don't look at them like as a power couple because I don't see him on that level as an equal, right?
100%. I get
why this is the thing that's crazy to me, right? So I think to me personally, because I don't see him as like, I think don't get me wrong. I'm pretty sure there are some women who probably think A$AP Rocky is the coldest thing and the finest thing that ever walked this earth. I think more people feel that way about Rihanna. But I don't think that they're equals. But I think that's more the reason why Boosie is looking at them and said, "Hey, man, you better go ahead and knock this one on up, bro, because you already won by getting her. Now you can go ahead and if something worst case happens, if something happens, you always have a conversation with her now. I can't. I wouldn't be mad at that one though, bro.
Yo, is Future and Andre 3000 old girl together? Erica Badu?
I don't believe so. I don't believe so. But you never know. You never know, because listen, who lives a better life when it comes to the women? Who's living their best life better than Future, bro?
I don't know.
And you'd be hard pressed to tell me, like, despite what people say about him, and I think despite what people try to say about him being a dad, people say he got all these kids, and they imply that, I can't lie though, but Russell, it always looks like in their family pictures that he is staring at Future, bro. Every picture I look at Russ, he looks like this is for Future, bro. But with that said, though, he has a lot of kids. Women know he has a lot of kids, and it doesn't stop them from him coming in their space, for them signing up for them kids, though, bro. And so for that reason, like, I still think Future's winning out here in these streets, though, bro.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, I think that's the thing with Rihanna and A$AP. I think I see where Boosie is coming from on that one.
Got to listen. The minute here's my thing. If you ever saw me with Rihanna, there's no pull out. We shoot up the club, and that's the only way. We shooting up the club, and that is it. That is all. There's nothing said to it. If you saw me with Megan Good, for some reason, mind your business. Just know you ain't got to tell me.
That's your hall pass, huh?
You know what's happening. Mind your business.
Move around.
Yes, but just know that the club is getting shot up like Diddy and Shine, and J-Lo was in the spot, though, bro.
Yeah.
Just know.
Well, man, listen. Congratulations are in order.
Yes, sir.
You had the right prediction, and you called it, and you said the boy Joker was going to win the championship, win the MVP, and he did.
Yeah, no surprise there to me. I think, like I said, I think that he played well, but kind of won by default because everybody else had highs and lows. And I think he was pretty consistent all year long, though, man. So it was exactly what I expected, though, man. Absolutely. Yeah. Are you disappointed Russ didn't get it?
No, I'm not disappointed, man. You already know I'm Russ's biggest fan out here in these streets, so I knew that was not going to be the case. But I am excited to see what happens for his future. Of course, the rumors are him going to the Lakers. I don't think that's going to happen. If anybody moves from that team, I think it's going to be Bradley Beal. And then Drummond wants to come out there if for some reason that Russ and Beal stay together. So I'm just interested in seeing what the Wizards offseason look like, just like the Lakers.
I'm going to be honest with you, bro. If I'm the Lakers, I don't know if Schroeder is a free agent, or is he an unrestricted, or is he a restricted free agent?
I don't know what type of rights they got for when they, with him or whatever the case may be. But he definitely, once COVID happened for him, that's when he kind of shut down. He just needs a different role, because here's the crazy thing, right? Schroeder now looks like no, I can't even say that either. Schroeder looked great at the Thunder. There was a reason why we got him from Atlanta, and he just exceeded his expectations when he was there, which is why the Lakers had interest in him to begin with. He just didn't look great to fit that system.
If I'm the Lakers, to get Bradley Beal, I would trade Drummond. I would trade Schroeder, Kyle Kuzma, Jared Dudley. I would trade KCP. I would trade Markieff Morris. I would trade the Waterman,
Frank Vogel.
I would trade Frank Vogel. He might be the first one because he ain't make them adjustments like I was expecting. Listen, man, if I'm the Lakers, bro, I got a package. I got a package of maybe 5 people that I would trade for Bradley Beal. And listen, I'm gonna keep it all the way 1,000. Probably more than Bradley Beal, bro. Before I trade for Bradley Beal, I gotta go check to see if Dame is available.
Absolutely. Yeah. I would love to see Dame and Beal go to the Lakers.
I don't see how that would work, though. That would be too much money with all 4 of them making max contracts. But listen.
Yeah, but at least the Dame.
Listen, if I'm them, I think that Dame, like I told you, bro, Dame is finally looking at that where, like I told you, the clock, that all-time list is approaching. And I think that Dame is looking and saying, I'm putting up all these all-time great performances. And at the end of the day, where you rank on that all-time list,
Dame is looking at. I don't think Dame is looking at it like that. I think Dame is looking at it like Harden. Is that I'm putting up these 40, 50-point games and we still losing, and I have to do that every single night. Nah,
I don't see. I don't think it's like Harden.
Well, you say that because you have your own thought process, but when I'm talking from the player's strength.
I see. So shout out to the homie Rocky for checking in, because you know what? That's where I'm looking at it as well. I think the biggest difference is that I think, to me, Barkley, when he went to the Rockets, then I think he conceded to say, I'm cool with not being a number 1 guy. I'm cool with not even being a number 2 guy. I'm cool with being the 3rd guy. He was just ring chasing then. But I think that, and we could talk about this on another day, I just think that Dame is looking at that, looking around. And the tough part about it is the same thing I think that a lot of people have with these smaller market teams. This is why I think that Paul George ran away from the Pacers. I think at the end of the day, though, bro, it's hard when you're on one of those small markets to get free agents to come to you. And I think that at the end of the day, I think that Dame is basically starting to look at it, and he's saying, listen, we've tried a lot of things, and I've given them everything I can, and we just can't get guys to come out here, and I can't do it by myself. And I think that's where I think that, listen, it wouldn't surprise me whatsoever now if they trade CJ McCollum and they tried to get Bradley Beal. Right. I wouldn't mind seeing that. I wouldn't mind seeing Bradley Beal and Dame suited up.
Yeah, but I just think the thing is, for one, Dame is looking at the coaching situation. They already can't get Jason Kidd, so that's a big deal for him. That's who he wanted.
But I didn't think Jason Kidd wanted to go there, though.
I mean, I get that, but I'm just saying, all I'm saying is that's who Dame wanted. So because they didn't get him, then I don't know if he's going to be willing to stay.
Yeah, I listen, man. It wouldn't surprise. Listen, if Dame leaves, I think that it would be different from any other player. It'll be different from. I think when I say different, the fans' reception of Dame leaving would be different from LeBron. It would be different from Kawhi. It would be different because I honestly feel like if Dame left now, then I think that Dame would be parting ways amicably, but I think that people would appreciate that he stayed down. Like, it's like I don't think that people look at Russell Westbrook and however he left Oklahoma the same way that people look at James Harden or the same way people look at all these other people. I think that Russ would have stayed 10 toes down, right?
Yeah.
And I think
that Oklahoma wouldn't have tried to trade him, he would have still been there.
Right. And right. And I think that Dame, I think that people would look at that more along that line, like, all right, bro, it's not gonna happen. And maybe he's just looking at it like KD in a sense, where he's saying, what have we been trying isn't gonna work.
So you think he go to New York or LA?
I hope he don't go to New York. I hope he don't. I would rather see Dame go to LA. And the only reason why I say that is because, to be quite honest with you, I think that LeBron at this age, like a Dame, is what they're missing. I don't particularly think that AD is a reliable, like, closing type, but Dame is. And so I think you have them and you have Dame as the one taking those last minute shots with LeBron setting him up. with AD as a possible second option to LeBron setup, then I think you good.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people though, man. That's a lot. I think that only happens, to be honest with you, if the Nets win and the Nets win, and if they're saying no, we resetting where you have to have 3 players again, not 2 to win it, then I think that that's just when you got 3 all-time great players, if that's what it takes to win, then I think that the Lakers try to do something like that, bro.
Yeah. Shoot, man, let's get it on out of here, brother.
Ladies and gentlemen, man, play that music there. Shout out to the boy Rocky. Shout out to the boy Mark Nurse checking on in as well. Shout out to Justin. Listen, if you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe to the Slash Brothers YouTube and Facebook. Every episode is posted to anywhere you stream podcasts or listen to it. So holla at your boys. Catch us on the go. Let's get that music.
Oh, love. Going down.
I'm with it. Mark Nurse, you right.
Oh, love. It's that Charlie. Yo, man, used to ride down and shit so hard. Now I'm on Peachtree, feeling like a star. Really team clean, about to kill the scene. If a meal, baby, about to feed the whole dirty South representative. Boy, play for keys. College educated, but I'm groomed by the street. Thank God for the.
I own the rights to that music. Facebook.
Mind so sharp, step back, it might cut you. Y'all got the mayonnaise mustard on the lap. That white, too short, drop with the slant back. I got him like a man that I mentioned. 12, pulled him over, said he fit the description. Boy, Lord, looking good, all up in the hood. Broke boy South Main, I wish a nigga 65 slam, whip it like a jam. I'm good for the summer cause I stay up in the lane. Hey.